Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to Tomboy Official. On this podcast, we talk about gender and sexuality, a lot of LGBTQ plus topics. I've been enjoying doing this series based on some notes that I wrote in the past, over time, about dreams, queer dreams in particular. And so I found another one that I'm gonna read, but I gotta get there. I'm like scrolling to where I wrote it. So please bear with me. I'm trying to find the actual dream. Alright, I found it. Alright, so let's see. In this dream, so it looks like I wrote this at 10 p.m. November 22nd of 2019. And in this dream, I guess the main characters in this dream were myself and Amber of Amber's Closet. Now, mind you, I don't know Amber from Amber's Closet at all. We don't talk. We're not friends. We're not enemies. We don't know each other. But I watch a lot of her YouTube videos. And there was probably times when she used to post a little bit more, maybe. I used to watch a lot of stuff. Or maybe she had posted a lot of content and I was going back watching older content. I'm not sure if this was that time period, but sorry, I'm yawning. Oh man, I'm like always yawning, you guys. Yeah, so let's get into this dream. So the way I wrote this, I said that I was lucid dreaming in the early morning before work. Now, mind you, I wasn't lucid dreaming. I don't lucid dream like on purpose. So if I was actually having a lucid dream, it wasn't like something I was consciously trying to do. But I guess that's what I call it when I noticed when I've written that in the past, it basically just means I was kind of half awake, half asleep. And then there was a certain point where I was like half awake, but still dreaming in a way that I could kind of like control the circumstances. Like it's kind of like a phase where it's like, I know that I'm awake, kind of, but I'm like still able to kind of like dream, but able to kind of like guide where the dream's going, like what I want to think about or something. Like that's kind of so I guess maybe this whole dream was a type of a lucid dream. I don't really know, but that's the first thing I wrote. So and it seems like it was early morning before work. So it wasn't night, it was before work. So okay. So did I say the date? November 20, sorry, did I say 20th? November, on here it says November 2, I think. What? November 22 of 2019. At 10 p.m. is when I wrote this down. So I was lucid dreaming in the early morning before work. And so this is the dream that I'm running down the stairs, similar to a mall exit route. And when me and Amber got outside, we were coming from the garage side of this one guy I know, his office, like, those kind of office parks. So I knew this guy that had like an office up front, and then there was like a garage Um, so it was night and it was dark, and Amber and myself seemed to be in good spirits, and we're walking between rows of cars, and I'm not sure how I noticed I was dreaming, but I noticed that, like, there was a certain point where I was noticing that I kind of wanted more from that relationship, like to create some kind of like a more solid bond between like the two of us, and not just have like a kind of like a superficial, like, we don't really even know each other kind of thing. um and then I slowly like drifted to becoming like fully awake, and then the dream state was kind of like fading into like me waking up, and then it was like reality, and then I was like fully awake. So I guess that's the dream. I don't quite remember this one at all. So what I meant about like running down the stairs similar to a mall exit route. When I was a teen, um a lot of the malls in LA would have this rule, at least in certain areas of LA where I lived anyways. They had this rule that you couldn't be with more than 3 people, and you couldn't be dressed the same. And so when I was a teen, we used to go to the mall a lot. We'd go after school, we'd take the bus over, we'd go to the mall, whatever. We used to go to the mall a lot. And so I would go to the mall with friends, and I went to a private school most of the time, from 3rd grade till 10th grade, and somewhere near 5th or 6th grade, I think, we got like school uniforms. So when I was a teenager, we still had the school uniforms, and so we would always be dressed alike because we had school uniforms. So sometimes we get like the mall security that would always be on our case. And of course, it might have been because we were all minorities too. I don't really know. Like, we were like a rainbow minority group. Like, we were like multiple races, but dark-skinned people. And so what we would do when the security guards were always like, telling us like, you need to split up in the groups of 3 or whatever. And we're just like, we're not even doing anything. We're just like, we would get movie tickets all the time, but you know how movies don't, like, we never check the movie times or anything. So we go like maybe right after school, and maybe sometimes my mom would like pick us up at the mall or drop us off at the mall and then pick us up later or something. And so we would go to the mall right after school, so we had our uniforms on, and then we would go inside and we just like shop. We'd go to the skate shops, like different kind of clothing shops, electronic stores, like Sam Goody, that kind of stuff, like music stores, buy some guitar picks, guitar strings, like CDs. But usually we would buy movie tickets. And then the issue with movie tickets is when you don't know the time, you just pick something that's not already showing. But sometimes we'd have like a couple hours to kill, so we'd be like at the food court and like get some food, and we'd just like wander around and shop. We didn't always buy a bunch of stuff. Sometimes we did, sometimes we didn't. But we weren't like doing anything wrong. The most I can remember doing, and I don't think this happened at the mall, the most I ever remember doing is I used to have friends that would go into the skate shops and take the how they used to have those like, I don't know what that type of chain is called, that they have like those dog tags, like how the military has them, and it has that little clasp, but it's kind of like the shape of a little tiny like pill, and you kind of like slide the little bead into the little hole and like click it in. I don't know what the hell it's called. And it's just like a chain of like these little beads that are like, has the little piece of metal between. I don't know what that's called, but like they used to have those little chain things with little like hard cardboard or plastic or stickers on like Jinko jeans, or like different types of like skate jeans, or like those kind of like skate style clothes. And I used to have some friends that would like steal the little, like, those things. It wasn't even like, you know, part of the actual like pants. It was like something you would take off. It wasn't the price tag. It was like the branding tag, I guess you would call it. But like skate brands back when I was younger, at least, I don't know now, but back when I was younger, they used to have some cool like little tags on them, and some of them were stickers and some of them were, just other stuff. So we used to always get like, we'd go into stores, and then I had friends that would do that, or like we'd go into like Skechers or Journeys or whatever it was and ask for stickers. They would always give us free stickers, and like, yeah, we were just teens and like whatever. And like, yeah, so we would wander around the mall, and the security would always be on our case about like break up into groups, and sometimes we would do it for like a second, and then we go like around like to the other side or go downstairs or something, and then we just like all link up again or something. And then other times, like if they started getting on their walkie-talkies about it and like acting like they were really gonna like take it a step further and like kick us out or something, then we would so inside the mall they have these exits. They're like, instead of using the main doors, those main like giant glass doors that most malls have, we would use these exits. So if you're like upstairs on like the second or third level or whatever, you'll usually see in malls that they have these exits. It says exit, exit. They're all over the place. And like when you go out the exit, it's usually like the back of the stores. It's just like doors to the back of the stores. Like you can't go in there or anything. It's like, I guess they're like storerooms or whatever, but like we never went in there. Like basically it goes to like staircases where you can go down however many flights of stairs until you get to the street level. And then when you open up the door at the street level, it exits at some area of the parking lot. And so we would just, if they started getting on their walkie-talkies, we would leave out of whatever the nearest exit was and just like leave them all. And we would go out of the exit and then just go downstairs. And out, we go downstairs and then like outside, and just leave, because the malls were already like near other stores and stuff too. So we would just come out of the mall and then just go like, I don't know, there was a mall that was near like Toys R Us, Walmart, like, let's say like Best Buy, Guitar Center. Like there was other stuff for us to do, so we didn't always just like hang out in the mall. So that's what I meant by like, we were running down like the mall exits, exit routes, so I guess that was the setting. We were running down the mall exits, and then where we exited was at like a not even a mall. It was like an office park, and then like the side of the garage of somebody's office, that they had like a garage and then like a front office, workspace, like kind of like lobby, like a meeting area, but the side of this person's office that I know, it was like a garage. So I guess that was the dream, but yeah, that's all I can really remember about it. I don't remember it at all. But that's all I can really, excuse me, oh my gosh, that's all I can really expand on it. But I don't really know why I'm so tired. Maybe I'm actually tired, but I don't really know why I feel so tired. But yeah, so that's that dream. But yeah, I hope it was interesting, and thanks for listening.